Molweni bo mama, no dada, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. In this speech, I intend to tell you a story that will address the why, what, and how. That is, why I wrote this book, what is contained in this book, and how will young learners and very young adults benefit from reading my book. I was first exposed to motivational quotes through my older sister Lihle. She had them on the wall in front of her study desk, and they helped her work harder throughout her high school career, and she succeeded. She is now doing her final year of medicine at the University of Pretoria. She's actually sitting right over there. So Lisa, can you please stand up? Can everyone please give her a big round of applause? Then in 2019, I was fortunate enough to get my first phone 2 years earlier than I was supposed to. Because according to my parents' rules, I was only supposed to get my first phone in high school. But that year, I was going on a school trip that needed all the students to have phones. And so one of the first apps that I downloaded was an app called Paint by Number. And it's basically an app that gives you really nice pictures to color in. And one of the pictures that it gave me to color in was a quote by Vivian Green that says, "Life is not about waiting for the storm to pass, but it's about learning how to dance in the rain." And I loved that quote so much that I even made it my profile picture. And after that, I started to look for more quotes to color in on this app. And all the spare time that I had, or on school holidays, I would go on Google and search for more motivational or inspirational quotes. And within 2 years, I had collected more than 300 quotes. And so with this collection of quotes, an idea of a book to help others find them all in one place excited me. And so for those quotes to become a book, I had to divide them into attributes. And so there were a total of 10 different attributes in my book. And as I was sequencing them into chapters, I realized that I was also sequencing them into order of importance. And that is how my guide to navigating success was born. In my guide, which I see as a compass towards success, first and foremost comes integrity. Integrity has to be the core character in anyone who wants to succeed. It's like the foundation you make when you want to build a house. If it's done wrong, then the house, or in other words, your success, will eventually come crumbling down. After integrity is ambition. We need to have big dreams and big goals, because those dreams and goals will act as a sense of direction and drive in our lives. Then we will need to have the courage to go after those big dreams that we have. Richard Branson once said that if our dreams don't scare us, then they're too small. Now, Richard Branson is a British billionaire and entrepreneur who started the Virgin Group in the 1970s, which now controls 400 companies in different sectors. This is the person who was once named one of the most influential people in the world by the Times magazine. So when he says that we need to be scared of our dreams, then it means that we need courage to go after them anyway. Now, we're not going to achieve our dreams just by wishing and dreaming about them, but we will actually have to work hard for them. Esther Lauder said that she never dreamt of her success, but she actually worked hard for it. Esther Lauder formed the Esther Lauder Companies in 1946 with only 4 products. Today, Esther Lauder operates in 150 countries with net sales of $16 billion, which in rands is $264 billion. The income per annum is $2.6 billion, which in rands is over $39 billion. So if a woman of this caliber and accomplishment states that she never dreamt of her success, but she worked hard for it, then it means the only way we can ever achieve our dreams is through hard work. Now, no matter how hard we work, without discipline, we can end up procrastinating or not being able to tell the difference between what we want now and what we want most. The most scary thing about lack of discipline is summed up by William Feather, when he says, "If we don't discipline ourselves, then the world will do it for us." And this is true because we see people today who are being disciplined by the harsh realities of life because they never had the discipline to pursue their goals. After discipline comes sacrifice. The ability to sacrifice is critical because whilst we're in pursuit of our goals, we will come across temptations, whether from social media, TV, peer pressure, or entertainment. An unknown author once said that if we don't sacrifice for what we want will become the sacrifice. In other words, if we get distracted whilst in pursuit of our goals, then we will be sacrificing the achievement of those goals. Hard work, discipline, and sacrifice is not a walk in the park. They all require a lot of perseverance. An American politician, Newt Gingrich, said, "Perseverance is the hard work you do after you get tired of doing the hard work you already did." So as we get tired, this is when it is most vital that we carry on. Even the late Steve Jobs, co-founder of Apple, was convinced that about half of what separates successful entrepreneurs from the non-successful ones is pure perseverance. Perception is reality. So it is important that we present an image of ourselves that is in line with our ambitions. Les Brown, an American politician, an American motivational speaker, encourages all of us to dress like prospects and not like suspects. Because if we dress like suspects, then we will be chasing opportunities away. Even Rachel Zoe, a celebrity wardrobe stylist, says that style is a way to say who you are without having to speak. And I couldn't agree with that more. All these attributes put together lead to success. This is when you would have achieved all those goals that you were working hard for, and you will be enjoying the beautiful and soothing view from the pinnacle of your mountain. But as Les Brown says, success is never owned, it's rented, and the rent is due every day. So unfortunately, even after you are successful, you will have to continue working hard in order to maintain your success. Last but not least, we have resilience. Because life will be life, and we will need to have the ability to withstand the adversities that will throw at us. As the Japanese proverb says, fall down 7 times, stand up 8. My last chapter is just a bonus chapter on general life skills. I love all those quotes, but I have 2 absolute favorites. One is by Susie Kasim when she says, "Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will." And the second one is by Roy T. Bennett when he says, "Accept yourself, love yourself, and keep moving forward. If you want to fly, you have to give up what weighs you down." The last part of my speech is to explain why I believe my book will be of great benefit to our generation. Everyone needs motivation, and motivation is like the medicine that must be taken at the right time in order to preserve the health of your ambitions. We are an unfortunate generation that is growing up in rough terrain for the following reasons. The world opportunities have opened up, and it does not look like there is enough effort to prepare us to participate, let alone to excel on the global platform. The OECD ranks South Africa number 74 out of 76 when it comes to maths and science. The latest World Economic Forum Global Competitiveness Report, issued in 2019, ranks South Africa number 60 out of 141 countries with a score of 62.4. When it comes to critical thinking skills, South Africa is ranked number 95, and the pupil-teacher ratio in primary education is ranked 109. In 2018, the World Economic Forum ranked South Africa number 134 out of 138 countries in higher education and training category. What is even more sad is that the National Income Dynamic Study and Coronavirus Mobile Report Survey, released in July 2021, reported that 700,000 learners have dropped out of school between 2020 and 2021. This is against an unacceptable average of 500,000 learners dropping out of school every year. And lastly, according to the research done by Professor Nick Spohr of the University of Stellenbosch, out of 100 learners, only 50 to 60 will make it to matric. Out of those who reach matric, about 40 to 50 will actually pass matric. Of those who pass matric, only 14 will qualify to go to university. And out of those 14, only 6 will get an undergraduate degree within 6 years. This means there's a 94% dropout rate from grade 1 through to university degree. This is why, Bomama no Dada, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I am saying, as this generation, we are growing up in a rough terrain. Only learners who have very hungry for success and have strong character have an opportunity to make it to the finishing line. My book and my guide to navigating success will help sustain the energy and resilience that is required to reach the finishing line no matter what. We need to learn from Stephen Covey that we need to be the product of our decisions, not of our circumstances. We need to save our generation by taking charge and turning a corner. Since maths and science opens many doors to local and global opportunities, we all need to learn to have the ambition to succeed, to have the courage to face the complexities that come with maths and science, to work hard, to be disciplined. We need to enhance our ability to sacrifice, our ability to persevere no matter how hard, and our ability to be resilient under any circumstances. My personal quote that I am very proud of, that is included on page 108 of my book says, "Just as trees can grow tall in rough terrain, we too can be whoever we wish to be, irrespective of our backgrounds or circumstances." I am confident that my book has a collection of quotes that will help readers to fuel up their energy to march forward with those attributes that can push past any adversity. My school principal, Mrs. Danielle Miko, said in her review for my book, I quote, "Profound advice, handpicked for teens by one of the wisest teens I've had the pleasure of encountering. This book should be added to the compulsory reading list of every high school learner." Close quote. Bomama no Tata, cousins, family, and friends, this deserves a big round of applause and big orders of my book from you. In conclusion, I would like to thank Jehovah God for the life and privileges He has blessed me with. I really appreciate His undeserved love and kindness at all times. In James 4 verse 8, all He requires is for us to be close to Him, and He will be close to us. And in 1 John 5 verse 3, the love of God means observing His commandments, and His commandments are not burdensome. Psalm 19 verse 7 promises that Jehovah is trustworthy and makes the inexperienced ones wise. I sincerely thank Jehovah for such guidance in my teenage life. I would like to thank my parents very deeply for the love, tough love, and sacrifices they make to ensure we reach our dreams. I thank my dearest sister, Uliza, who is my best role model. I also thank all my cousins, and a special thanks to Usis Ninzi, who is guiding and protecting our ambitions with all she has. I thank Upeshi, my cousin, who is fast becoming my best makeup artist. I thank Usiswani for her ideas and going out of her way, pausing her PhD studies and her family time to make my book launch as special as it is today. I thank my publisher, Umamu Rose and Kirsten, my graphic designer, Reese, my photographer and videographer, Uput Bongani. I thank Ubuluvugo, my social media manager, and I thank my math tutor, TK. I thank Umamuphumzile Mlamboncuka, who despite who she has been as Deputy President of the Republic of South Africa and an accomplished leader in the United Nations platform and a Chancellor at the University of Johannesburg, she still valued me and gifted me a foreword for my book. Bendingubani namna. I am still in disbelief and I'm sincerely grateful. I thank Ulindi for an inspiration as a top achiever in her country and for the endorsement she wrote for my guide to navigating success. I am so grateful for my book reviews I received from all the important people across various disciplines and geographies. I cannot believe that I have such excellent reviews globally. Mamusi Zega, a very big special thanks to you. I thank Ugogo Notab Sinkyaki for coming all the way from Mthatha. I thank Ichomi's Gamama, who came all the way from Ekhabarone and Gqeberha. And a special thanks to Usis Olwetu for always hosting and shining the light for me as a mentor. I thank Usisi, Usisneli, Upujonas, Nokutsbu for going the extra mile to support me always. Last but not least, I thank you all for coming to attend my book launch. I truly appreciate you and thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules. And finally, thank you in advance for buying my book.
Yes, please.
Before I sit down, because I know I've been talking for quite a while now, I would like to read out to you one of my favorite quotes about success, unfortunately by an unknown author. It says, "Success. The road to success is not straight. There's a curve called failure, a loop called confusion, speed bumps called friends, red lights called enemies, caution lights called family, and flat tires called jobs. But if we have a spare called determination, an engine called perseverance, and a driver named willpower, we will make it to a place called success." Thank you.